What's going on, pepperoni sticks?
What? We didn't agree on that. That's not in the marketing plan, buddy.
No.
Pepperoni sticks.
All right. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Pepperoni Pals podcast.
You're about to say pepperoni sticks again, weren't you?
No.
It felt like you were.
I was about to say Putback Podcast.
Welcome to the Putback Podcast. Today we're addressing LeBron being a bitch.
All right. So.
I wonder if they can hear me swallow when I swallow my coffee. I'm gonna have to listen to that back in post. I'm gonna cut that out of the podcast, obviously.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Pepperoni Pals podcast. This is T.
Hi, I'm Tyler. 6'5" for the ladies.
Is that gonna be the running joke now?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll talk to the lady I'm talking to.
Talk to them. Yeah, okay. I'm Cole, or CJ. What do you want to call me?
On podcast?
Yeah.
CJ.
CJ
Off
works.
podcast? Asshole.
Wow, that's kind of rude, T. So.
You almost hit me 10 minutes ago.
6'5" for the ladies.
Yep.
Okay, so what do we got going on today, man?
We got some stories on the books. We got a couple Would You Rather questions, which I haven't had the chance to see yet.
Nope, they're a surprise.
We got my brother getting the biggest atomic wedgie in the world. And then we have a food devoir type story.
A food devoir? That works. So.
What one do we want to tell first, actually? Do you want to tell the atomic, or do you want to tell the reason why we have the name that we have?
Man, we gotta figure out how to do transitions better. Like, not talk about what we're gonna do
On the next episode.
Yeah,
We're gonna start with the hot pocket. No names, because
no names.
no face, no case. We have a friend. Cole's known him longer. I think I know him a little bit more intimately. We've had a lot of conversations after high school.
Really?
Yeah, we talk like every 3 or 4 weeks.
Really?
We actually started a podcast together. I only had one episode. It's on his YouTube channel. You should check it out. It's called Hustle. I think it's just called the Hustle Podcast, actually. And we talk about all of our online failures in his business.
I haven't talked to him in a long time.
I talked to him when I moved back. I just talked to him in January. I was texting him at the Conor McGregor fight last month.
Wow. I haven't talked. Yeah, wow. Anyway, so what did this man do to help us get our name?
So, he lost his virginity to a food.
I don't understand what would go through your mind to think it's a good idea to stick my dick in food.
Well, I guess he thought that so it was a Hot Pocket. By the way, if Hot Pocket is watching us, emails in the description. Shoot us let's get a sponsor now.
No, I don't think you want to sponsor us.
No, because we'll just send them all to our buddy, so he can get a little bit of loving down south.
Man.
So he was, I guess he was bored, or I don't know what he was going through it, and this was after you had left your virginity. I think this was before I left. So like he was trying to catch up, I guess. Here's my glitch with this whole thing, right? Like if you're a cheese Hot Pocket, because they have just cheese Hot Pockets.
They do have cheese Hot Pockets.
That makes sense to me. But a pepperoni Hot Pocket. Now, who's ever watching this, I don't know if you stuck your hoo-ha into anybody, or you stuck your wee-wee into anybody's hoo-ha. I'm trying to cut down on cursing. It's not working for me. There's no pepperoni type slices in that. Outside of some walls and some contractions, it's pretty much like a straight shot. Like a slide almost. You've been in one. I've been in one. But there's not like that. It bothers me because as a grown man that's never had sex with a Hot Pocket or anything that has Hot Pocket like feelings, I don't know how it would feel to have a pepperoni hit the side of my, or
dude.
What if it hits
I don't
your
know about
urethra?
you. I don't know about you, man, but when I'm eating pizza, sometimes the pepperoni is fucking hot and burns my tongue.
It was a Hot Pocket. I think the whole thing was hot.
And I'm just.
I wonder if he had the sleeve on, like for grip.
Well, I think he'd have better grip on the actual Hot Pocket,
I think the Hot
That's
Pocket
got
fell
ridges
apart
in
though.
it and stuff. Well,
That's
yeah,
fair.
probably. Depending on how fast he was going, he might just pull the thing right
I don't know.
apart.
He was a virgin, so it was going pretty fast. So listen.
Could
Outside
you
of Hot Pockets, I can finish in 35 seconds if I'm doing it myself. Anybody else, it takes minutes and minutes and maybe an hour. But for me, like 35 seconds, I'm done.
Well, alrighty then, but
I know what I'm doing better than anybody else does. It's my body.
hot cheese and hot pepperoni, man. That stuff burns your mouth and your you freaking have to pick up hot cheese with your fingers or something.
And
that burns, dude. The skin down there is a little sensitive. Okay?
The tip is very sensitive.
Just a little sensitive. Because, I don't know about you, but I would not want that on my dingling.
So the burns isn't the thing I'm concerned with.
I'm very concerned with the burns.
In some ways,
about?
Dude, there's nothing in a vagina that's like a pepperoni piece hitting you in your urethra. What the fuck are you doing? If you're in that deep, you're in the intestines, my guy. And I'm not built like Ron Jeremy, so I don't. And maybe you have one hit from the side, and then you got pepperoni, like your balls deep in your hot pocket, and now you got pepperoni touching your nuts, and that's not how things actually work. The labia doesn't work like that.
Maybe it feels more like the back door. I don't know. What do you think?
Actually, that might make sense. Little corn stuck in there hits the side of your dick.
Oh, well.
They didn't bleach it right, so now it comes out brown tipped like it would with like cheese or spaghetti sauce or whatever on it.
I sincerely hope you're not listening to this while you're eating. So
him and I actually talked about this a little bit on the first episode of our podcast.
Did
you?
Yeah.
I thought you don't. Yeah, if you're watching this, I don't know when you're watching this, but we're recording this at noon, so my lunch is ruined. But if you're watching this, put your food down. And if you're watching this, don't eat Hot Pocket right now. I eat them all the time.
I wasn't talking to our buddy. I was talking to the audience in general.
Yeah, not.
But yeah.
My brain went in a different direction.
If you're watching, hi, bud.
How you doing? Text me. We need to talk about the podcast, because we should get back on that.
Yeah, dude, I haven't talked to you in a while, man. Hit me up.
You bought a house?
Yeah. Last time I talked to you, I think you had a car accident outside the subway or something.
I don't know about that. I guess that was part of the time when we didn't talk to each other.
Yeah, that wasn't long after he got his license. I think he was like 17 maybe.
Oh, that was a long... Wow, it's been that long? What are you, 23, 24? You'll be 24 this year? You're 24. Oh, yeah. Right, my bad. Fucking weird birthdays and shit.
Weird birthdays. What?
So that was 7 years ago.
Yeah, man.
Holy shit.
I don't know if it's been that long.
Well, it's roughly, like, if you're talking age number, like,
yeah.
24 minus 17 is 7, so.
Yeah, well, we haven't talked a lot since I left high school.
Well, that's your fault. You left all of us behind.
Yeah, well, I still talk to you, don't I?
Who else do you talk to?
Joe from time to time.
Okay. I'm trying to get him over for the Romanian kid story.
And then whoever else you bring with you, like your brother.
So, I remember this specific thing I posted on Facebook. I don't know, I guess I was seeking attention when I was like 19 years old or whatever. I said something about, I'm the friend that people always forget, or some dumb shit. And you commented something that actually made a lot of sense to me now, less than it did then, because I was 19-year-old seeking attention, depression, whatever.
I do not remember this.
And you said, you're the one that keeps the group together. And now, sitting here thinking, I'm like, you wouldn't fucking talk to Josh if I didn't invite you to the Xbox party, or zombies, or whatever. You wouldn't. When was the last time you talked to Josh? I would put money on saying it had something to do with me.
I don't remember, but I know we were playing zombies. So before he got rid of his Xbox Live, that's the last time.
He still has Xbox Live. He plays on PC all the time.
Okay, before he became a PC warrior, that's
fair. When was the last time you talked to Keith? Basketball?
Keith, I haven't talked to Keith in freaking years because I'm not friends with Keith.
I think the only person out of that group that you have contact with that isn't through, like me, I don't want to say like through me because that sounds like a weird middleman bullshit, is probably Drew. And the only reason I have contact with Drew is because of you. Because if I didn't talk to you, I wouldn't talk to him. We should get him on here to tell a story one day.
He's got some stories.
That'd be like a 3-hour podcast just about his story, though.
He's got some stories.
He wants to do the wax strip video with me. He offered to lose leg hair because he's not beating me.
So yeah, this guy likes to record basketball videos in which the loser has to take wax strips of hair off their hairy legs.
One right leg, one left leg. I've done it 3 times. One will never get posted because that grown man is a little girl.
Yep.
And I have not lost once. And the closest one was the PC warrior. Josh lost 11-9. Evan lost 11-3 or 11-2, something like that. And Brady lost 11-4.
I was going to say, did you go against Joe yet?
No, we haven't done it yet.
I think Joe's the only one that has a chance of beating you.
I can't tell if it's 12:10 in the afternoon or 12:10 in the morning because you must be fucking dreaming.
Just to make sure, we're not paused or anything, right?
No, I just double checked it.
Okay, because
that's what I was like, wait, I don't.
We've recorded a podcast before, been about 90% of the way through it, And then we looked and it wasn't recording. So that was a good time back then. Now I got a little fear in me. I'm like,
yeah, I felt that. No, so with that said, go check out my YouTube channel.
Yeah, go check it out.
I post basketball videos. You might like it.
So, man, what about the time me and Joe bullied your brother?
Well, he deserved it, first off. If anybody needed to be bullied, it's my brother. We all got bullied, but he's the one that actually deserved it. So, Brady, we were at your house, right?
Yeah, we were at my house.
Okay, I vaguely remember the story. I just remember it being funny. And I remember watching it happen. So, when we were all younger, we were all roughly the same size. And Brady was probably taller than us because he's a year older than us.
Yeah, he was.
And he's been like 5'10" since like he was 7 years old or some shit like that.
I think he's been 5'10" since we met him. So
he hit his growth spurt in 7th grade, yeah. So, which sucks. I hit my growth spurt at 19. I don't know how that happened.
Genetics.
We have the same father.
I know.
And his mom's shorter. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
But
that's why you're taller now.
Because my mom's tall?
Yeah.
Probably. Anywho, so we're sitting there watching. Brady's the biggest one out of us, but he's easily the skinniest. Him and Joe are fighting for who's malnourished more. Hands down. And I'm fat.
We don't have that problem.
Which means I probably stole my brother's food growing up. So we're sitting there, and Cole you were in football at the time, so you actually had a lot of strength.
No, I don't think I was, no.
This was before you left. You were in football pretty much all the way up until like 9th grade, or sophomore year, right?
Well, I didn't play freshman year. I played sophomore year.
Well, you were lifting. I think this was 8th grade, I feel like. Because I think me and Brady were in the same homeroom at the time. This was the first year that me and Brady... Because my brother failed 8th grade, just so he can hang out with me more. That's what my parents swear on that. And I was actually talking to my dad about this the other week. I was like... He's like, that's probably true.
It might be true.
He probably just got sad at being in his own grade. Big Sad had him or something.
Well, all his friends are in the grade below him because he didn't have any friends of his own.
And then he went to Tech anyways.
He had a couple friends.
And then he went to Tech.
Yeah, he
defeated the fucking purpose. Maybe he just wanted a year to get ready for
Tech. Yeah. He wanted an extra year.
So I guess, long story short, Joe and Cole are picking on... I'm picking on my brother too, but I did it verbally. Because I didn't have the size to do it physically.
I don't remember what he did, but for some reason, me and Joe, who you'll meet soon, I hope,
that's a fucking tough one there.
We just looked at each other and we're like, you know what, the hell with this guy. I grabbed the left side of his underwear. Joe grabbed the right side of his underwear, and we picked this grown man.
He was like 160 pounds or something like that. He wasn't heavy, but he definitely wasn't light.
Yeah, 160-pound man, 5'10". Just pick him up off the floor using just his underwear.
Now keep this in mind. you were a lot skinnier back then. I was a lot smaller back then too.
Yeah.
You aren't 5'10" now. What are you, 5'9" and a half?
I'm 5'10".
All right, close 5'10". I'm 6'5".
I'm 5'10", you think.
So Cole is a lot shorter then, because, he was younger. Joe is still the same height, it feels like. Joe is still like... he had a geek when he was in the Marines, because they measured him at 5'6" and a half. And he freaked the fuck out that day. He come out, 5'6", I'm 5'7". And he rides with that the entire time. So Joe was 5'7", probably. And you were probably 5'7", too. You guys were roughly the same height. And my brother, Gigantor. Joe worked landscaping every weekend.
Gargantula.
We never saw Joe on the weekends. It was never a fucking thing. And then you lifted all the time.
Yeah.
So Brady was like, it was like this weird, like, I don't want to compare it to Jesus, but like a Jesus statue was just like hanging there by his fucking back. And he's getting bullied by these two, like, significantly shorter individuals. But Joe and Cole, when we were younger, were freakishly strong.
Man, could you imagine, like, I've never experienced that pain. Have you ever experienced the pain of being lifted up by only your underwear?
Not lifted up. Everybody's got a wedgie, but I've never been lifted up. I was a fat kid. Brady was 160. I was touching 210 at the time. Y'all weren't doing that to me. Couldn't even fucking deadlift 210 when we were in 8th grade. You might have been able to, but Joe wasn't. You guys weren't picking me up at mine, or I probably would have ripped, actually. Like, you guys are strong enough, but I'm not.
Well, Brady's underwear did rip.
Right, but I was 50 pounds heavier than him.
So, yeah, man.
And we had the same Kmart brand underwear.
We picked this man up by his underwear, to the point where they ripped. They ripped off of him, so the band was just kind of hanging there.
I forgot about that part. That's funny. That's great, actually.
Man, the pressure on his boys must have been intense. Because I cannot imagine being picked up by my underwear to the point where they rip.
Fresh out of puberty, too. That's a whole new, like, body part you gotta get used to being there. And then, like, your nuts are dangling more than they ever have. Because before puberty, my shit was in my throat. Well, and now they're in my fucking ankles like an old man.
I think it's safe to say me and Joe put his nuts back up where they were.
I wonder why his voice never dropped more. That might be why. He just relocated his balls into his stomach. Here, have this torsion real quick. That's fucked up. You traumatized me, brother.
Nuts in the stomach. Nuts in the stomach.
Or what are we, Ray William Johnson making songs out of random shit?
Yeah. Looking like a fool with your nuts in your stomach.
Brady played Orphan Tears yesterday.
Orphan Tears.
It blew me away. I'm like, how the fuck did this get posted? Because if that shit got posted now, he would have been canceled.
Oh, he would have been canceled.
They took so many of his songs down. You can't listen to a lot of his music.
Dude, do you remember the what was that song that he like? Stereotypes. Stereotypes.
That never would have made it.
That never would have made it. Like, if you guys know
Ray William Johnson.
Ray William Johnson
Equals 3. I think he still has the show.
And then I couldn't remember what his side channel was. The Martian or something. Angry.
Your Favorite Martian.
Your Favorite Martian.
That was his band. He had Ray William Johnson, then he had the Equals 3 YouTube channel, which I think he moved over to Ray William Johnson now.
Yeah.
And then he had the Your Favorite Martian band, which had Dave Storm in it a lot. Or Ray William Johnson rapping with Dave Storm.
But yeah. So Your Favorite Martian. Try to look up his songs if you want to. Because I don't know if they're around, but they're very...
I think the originals have been taken down, and Brady was on the channel. So you probably can't get the original. You might be able to get like the bootleg YouTube upload version.
Yeah, probably.
But a lot of his stuff went down, which is very depressing. Because that was my childhood almost. Sitting there playing WWE 2008 or whatever, listening to fucking Your Favorite Martian. Orphan Tears. Pedigree!
Anyway,
We're getting throwing knives across the fucking map.
So, how far in are we here?
Like 17 minutes.
Like 17 minutes? That's it? Alright.
18, I lied.
18. Ooh, that one.
And remember that I fucked up a lot in the first minute, so it's probably more like 17 minutes.
Okay. So we're like 17 minutes in. So how about that time you made somebody shoot stuff out their nose?
Oh, we're telling a third story today.
Yeah, let's do it,
I was trying to get out of sex stories for the second episode, but I guess this is what we're doing. One of my now ex-girlfriends, which is how I'm going to refer to her from now on forward. I feel like that makes the most sense because now nobody can dictate who it is.
Well, I think you only
can dictate.
Okay.
And if you don't say that next sentence, they can't, is the point.
Right.
You get where I'm going with this?
Oh, you knew where I was going with that sentence?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know you're dumbass.
Well, that's rude.
So, one of my now ex-girlfriends, one of, was giving me the Gok Gok 9000, the sloppy, whatever the fuck these kids say nowadays, because I'm old as shit. The Gok Gok 9000 double hand twister combo bullshit.
She was using her hands?
Not well.
Not well.
No,
yeah, right. She can't really use those flippers well, you know what I mean?
Holy fucking shit. Now they know who it is. Alright, the
we
penguin.
Didn't say her name that episode either.
The penguin was giving me sloppy toppy. And so I'm an aggressive individual. By the way, if any ladies are out there looking for an aggressive individual,
he's 6'5".
For the ladies, 6'4" without the shoes. I'm 6'4" barefoot. All right, but for you, 6'5". I can put you on a fridge and eat you out. That's all I'm saying.
What? Jesus.
That's a selling point to women. Now that you know that.
Apparently.
Like little 5'2", 5'3" girls that are like 100. I don't know where that noise came from. I'm so sorry to do that to you.
Oh man. So what you're saying is,
so she was giving me head, right? And again, I haven't been able to nut from head. What was that?
He was giving you the sloppy
toppy, the dome.
Sloppy toppy. She was.
Yeah. So when I say aggressive, like I think it's very common, but apparently some people think it's aggressive, and it could be different. Most of my friend group agrees that it's common, so I think we're all assholes and mean. I like to see them choke. Them not having air is hot to me. I'm very into that. I like being choked. I like choking. I like hearing the gagging. It's my thing. Along with belts and shit. That's a different
All I
story.
can think of is your grand wanting to listen to this.
My grandmother, yeah, that's a quick side note. My grandmother wants to listen to our podcast.
I know.
So, first episode was me punching a girl in the face while she was giving me head. Second episode is me making sure they're almost out of air. And she goes to church like 3 times a week, 2 Zoom calls. I told him that joke earlier. But I don't, because she's the type of person to be like, listen to my grandson's podcast. And then I get a call and you got to come repent. Which is not a good deal. So, she's giving me the sloppy, right? And so I can get close enough by beating it to where if they...
Just beat it.
Beat it. To where if they, suck it 1 or 2 times and I'll nut, right?
Suck it. Suck it real good.
I would hit the mic if I did it the full way.
Anyway, as you were saying.
So I can get close enough to where they can suck it to finish it off. But they still, like, I don't consider that making me come from head. Yeah. I still had to do 85% of the work.
You still had to do the work.
So I'm like maybe 3 strokes away from nutting. So I make sure I grab the back of her neck and put that shit in her stomach. Her esophagus. I can't reach that. It's not that big.
You just wanted to slap what's in the back of her throat, right?
Yeah, the only thing tall or only thing long about me is my height. Don't get it twisted.
He's not tall laying down is what he's saying.
6'5" is the same thing on the ground, buddy.
Laying flat on your back? You ain't 6'5"?
No, I'm 6'4". I lied about the inch, just like every other man does. Listen, 5'10" is not 6 foot. I don't care what any of these fucking people say. I hate that shit.
I ain't saying I'm 6 foot, that's for sure.
So
I wish I was.
This is a side note. In the conversations with a couple different girls I was talking about, some dude that was 5'7" told her that he was 6'2", and he wore 3-inch lift boots, which still only made him like 6'1" tops. Or no, not 6'1", 5'11", 6 foot tops.
Oh, fuck.
Right? How do you get 6'2" to 5'7"?
So what about her sucking your dick happened?
Oh yeah, sorry. So I shoved it all the way down her throat. Trying to play with the speed bag. And normally when this is happening, to prevent them from throwing up or losing smell or taste or whatever, you want to back out of the throat before you nut. I didn't care.
0 fucks given that.
Kept it in there. It went up. Some of it dripped out of her mouth onto my thigh, and the rest of it shot right the fuck out of her nose onto my other thigh. In the backseat of her car.
It sucks having soda come out your nose. Could you imagine something that thick coming out your nose?
I drink a lot of water then. Well, thickness, yeah, but it wasn't like from what I was told, it wasn't a bad taste then. Now I drink a lot of coffee, so I'm sure it got worse. But no, apparently I never lived that down in one of my ex-girlfriend's relationships. I never lived that part down. Making her, it's called the, actually I explained this to my father the other day. He wouldn't know what stories I was telling him.
I bet you that burned in the nostril.
100. She bitched about it the whole ride home.
She bitched about it the whole
We were in Wilkes-Barre. It was like a 25-minute drive.
She's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch."
I fell asleep about 20 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
20 minutes into it. I was slumped. It was like 3, 4 in the morning. I had just gotten head. I was ready to take a nap. I fell asleep on the ride home. She dropped me off because I wasn't staying at her dad's house. My dad didn't even know I existed. Dropped me off, and then I fucking went into my dad's house and fell asleep. It was like, if the rest of the relationship was that good, I'd still be with her.
Wow, your cum's like a fucking boomerang, man. You throw it, it just comes right back to you.
Apparently, it's also a lot. I don't know what that means though.
A lot.
Yeah, one of my ex-girlfriends has been with about a half a classroom worth of people. Which isn't a lot, but it's not a little.
Now, are we talking about sitting at
high
desks
school, 30 students type shit?
Or like there's nobody in the room and you're just like shoving people in there? How many people are we talking here?
Like, if a classroom's 30 people, 28, 30 people, it's been with like 15, 16 people.
15, 16?
It was 13 with me.
Now, how many of those was at the same time?
Was she seeing them at the same time, or did they double team her? Is that what you're asking?
Double team.
I don't think she got double teamed, but she was seeing a couple different guys. Like, she fucked our mutual buddy, which I'm not going to say his name because that gives away the girl. The one that I only talked to because of you.
Okay, the bearded guy, yeah.
Right, and then somebody...
Not me, I'm not the other bearded guy.
And then 2 other guys at the same time, and those other 2 guys were cousins.
And you have a...
And one of those cousins was like, you shouldn't fuck with that one. I was like, wow, way to have faith in your family. I'd be like, yo, I'll tag you in. Get over here. Anywho, so...
Man, gotta say, I've never had it come back to me after I let it go. It never, like, went back.
I didn't want to leave. That's all it was. Didn't feel like he deserved it.
Like you got it on a hook or something.
It was fun. It was a good time. It was a really good time. I got called an asshole for a while, but it was worth it. Way worth it.
I'm sure you weren't complaining.
No, she damn near threw up outside the car, though. Oh, no, so apparently, like I said, she's been with about a half classroom. I have an abnormally large load. Which is strange to think about.
Which means you're going to have twins.
Wait, you can have twin abortions? That's crazy.
Well,
I think it's a single pill, actually. I don't think you need 2 pills.
Well, she needed 2, but...
Neither one of them worked. Not an abortion pill, plan B. All right, relax over there, camera. God damn, I'm never going to talk about the abortion story.
Well... Are you going to edit that out?
I don't know yet. Or do you mean the swallowing?
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
You don't know.
I'll let you know tomorrow when I edit.
Speaking of swallowing, did she swallow?
That night? No, she threw it up everywhere.
Well, the fuck came out her nose, but I mean in general.
She swallowed in the beginning, and then she started spitting out napkins later on.
Napkins, huh?
Yeah, but if the rest of the relationship
she threw them out and didn't just leave them laying around.
She threw them in a trash can, but that made me nervous. Like she actually spit in a water bottle, and when she fell asleep, I went and threw the water bottle away because I didn't trust her. We were dating, so
shoot it into her hoo-ha. Like,
genuinely, yeah, I was terrified. I was fucking terrified. Go.
It's like a water park ride you've never been on.
I'm gonna fucking vomit. Can we skip past this? I don't want to be here. So apparently my dad
just sticks it in and just slams the end of it. Shoots all into her. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I don't fucking know. My dad calls it an angry dragon. Him and I were discussing the name of what I did to this woman.
Angry dragon. Angry
Can we get to the would you rather?
Like
would you rather? For the love of God. Apparently she started talking and saying good things about me now, which is about 6 months too late.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, so... Would you rather adopt a British accent every time you're having a serious conversation or laugh every time somebody cries?
I do the second one now, so...
Oh, that's right in their face.
Not in their face, because that'd be like nose to nose, but in their presence, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty rude.
I don't know what to do. I'm socially awkward now. I was traumatized. I got fucking shit thrown at me. Just bear with me.
I think having a serious conversation in a British accent would be fun.
I think people crying is funny, so whatever.
Well, that's pretty fucking rude, buddy.
Don't cry in front of me, buddy.
Well,
I don't think you've cried in like 10 years, so I'm not fucking worried about it.
Well,
no, you've cried.
Anyway,
I just don't think you pick up the phone and go, Tyler, I'm fucking sad, bro.
No, I don't do that. I just keep it to myself. And
right, so my therapy is what... Do you have a therapist?
I do not have a therapist.
Do you want me to recommend one to you?
Yeah,
our mutual friend has a good one, from what I've heard. I need to go see him soon. Because I got some shit that I need to get off every part of my body.
Is it about the angry penguin?
It's about a lot of things.
Oh, okay.
Angry penguin, the Sasquatch that's my father. He's going to have a long year, dude.
Dude, doesn't he listen to this?
I don't fucking care. Dude, I read a book called No More Mr. Nice Guy. And my dad read it, right? I was trying to figure out how to deal with my last relationship while I was in my relationship. My dad read it, and he's the one that recommended it to me. And he's like, listen, whatever happens, I know I fucked up, so I'll deal. If you want to sit down and yell at me, then that's fine. And now I do, because he's an asshole. I told you the story. I'm not going to tell him the story. Yeah. But, I told him straight up. I was like, if I ever get a therapist, because I don't know if I'll ever do it. I don't know if I follow through. If I follow through like that. He's like topic number 3. He's not number 1. He's like number 3, though. Number 1 is the penguin.
Are you going to come? Oh man, if you start calling your dad Two-Face, your
I'm not the
therapist's
fucking
gonna
Batman.
think you're Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm not Batman. I'm like Robin's sidekick. I'm not even fucking Robin.
No, well, Joker killed Robin, so spoiler alert. Anyway.
So I'm Robin. Please, for the love of God, let me be Robin.
Wow, that's pretty intense. Anyway,
Next, would you rather?
so Sasquatch, huh?
Yeah, he's like number 3 on my list for therapy. If I ever decide to.
I'll
get
never
my life
forget
done.
the first day I met him. He brought you two over from the house for, I think it was my birthday or something.
Probably. I don't know why.
And I just look in the freaking window at the top of the door, and I just see these eyes staring at me. I'm like, well, you're a big ass dude, ain't you?
So, as I've gotten older, I see a lot of people my size, or like 6'2", 6'1". I don't see a lot of people that are like my height or how big I am. I see a lot of people maybe 6'6" that are skinny as hell, which I don't understand how the slender man walks around like that.
Yeah, really.
But my dad at the time was probably about 3'10", 315, and he was just shy of 6'4" without shoes. Like he's 6'5" for the ladies. We're the same boat there. But with shoes, he's like just shy of 6'5", just like I am.
Like, Mom, there's a Sasquatch at the door.
Right. So Cole's dad was probably what, 6', 6'1", something like that.
My dad or my
Your dad.
stepdad?
Your dad.
My dad is 6'2".
Okay, and Ken was like maybe, I don't...
Like 5'10".
Right.
Ish.
So the tallest guy's ever seen was 6'2", and I honestly, I think...
Well, I mean, we had... Well, at that point, yeah, because we met Mr. Parent... Not Mr. Parent.
Fucking Pierogi.
Poinkowski?
Mr. Pierogi. I don't know.
Well, Mr. P. He was... We had a teacher that was like 6'7".
He was 6'8". But every tall guy we ever seen was skinny.
Yeah.
So my dad comes in where, like, I always make the joke, my dad, people go, your dad's built like a brick shit house. No, brick shit houses are built like my father. Because he's this giant fucking man. And he's a prison guard. He's a terrifying he's a terrifying person.
Mom, there's a telephone booth on the porch.
Yeah, alright, fuck off. But, so, and Joe's family's the same way. His dad's like 6 foot, 140 pounds, soaking wet.
Yeah.
So, for you to, like, see... these eyes gleaming at you through the top of a fucking door.
And he had a lot of judgment on his face for some reason. I don't know
That's
what
his
I
face.
did to him,
That's his face.
but he had a lot of judgment on his face when he made eye contact with me.
That's his face. He has judgment when he looks at me now. Me and Brady try to figure out we can disappoint him more than we already have. My dad's scary. We'll never have him on here, so don't worry about it. But he's terrifying. What's next? Would you rather?
So you're going with the crying when people laugh, huh?
100%.
I'm going with the good old British accent. So I think it'd be
You say
fun.
cry when people laugh. You mean laugh when people cry, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm not going to cry when somebody laughs. It's fucked up. But I guess laughing at somebody crying is also
You'd
fucked
be
up.
bawling your eyes out this podcast.
The penguin!
Oh man.
Next, would you rather, sir?
But yeah, I'm going with the British accent because I think it'd be fun to discuss like mortgages and important things with a British accent.
I can't do a British accent. A British accent, so I wouldn't know.
All right.
The only accent I've ever been able to do is stupid.
All right. So, Mr. Tough Guy, would you
I'm a
rather?
tough guy?
Yeah, you're Mr. Tough Guy now. Would
Okay.
you rather fight 1,000 ant-sized bulls or one bull-sized ant? It's a tough one, isn't it? Because you got 1,000 little freaking.
Do they function like ants? Because bulls can't climb you, but ants can.
I'm guessing they're functioning like ants.
Okay. So that means an ant's going to try and ram the fuck out of me. So I'm going to fight the bullshit or the ant-sized bulls. So I'll step on them and run away from them, but I'm not getting the fuck out of the way of an ant with 8 legs running at me. That's terrifying. Have you fucking seen that?
Dude.
They make horror movies out of that. Fucking Godzilla would run away. King Kong would be like, I'm going up to the top of the fucking tower. I'll see you later.
Man, just a friggin' ant. That thing would just be climbing the windows and shit.
And they munch bread, and I'd be about the size of a fucking piece of bread. Well, maybe I wouldn't be because I'm a big dude, but like they could fucking chew my leg off. And think it's like, oh, good carbs.
But yeah, 1,000 bulls that are the size of an ant.
I got a big foot. That's like 5 minutes worth of work for me, dude.
Well, think about it. They got the freaking.
Okay, so it'll hurt a little bit. I'll put boots
It's like
on.
stepping on Legos.
I got boots on.
Yeah, they're all stuck in the bottom of your thing, still alive.
It's like walking on a fucking nail. It'll suck when I go to pull them out, but I'll never notice. Like, when the fuck did that get there? Fuck, I need new boots now.
It's a good time. So, man, I don't know. I think I'd go. I think you're right. I think I gotta go the
Ant-sized bulls?
ant-sized bulls.
100%. If you don't, I'm not fighting a big ant trying to ram me.
All right.
If I fucking miss, he'll just like karate kick me. Got 8 fucking legs or whatever.
Okay, so if you don't want to fight the ant that's the size of a bull, would you rather fight a black bear or only eat canned food?
Canned food.
The same food every meal for 8 years. So you're gonna.
Dwight Schrute said something about how to beat bears. I don't remember what it was, but I'd have to watch the episode first, and then I'll talk.
So it's 1 can of food. Well, not 1 can of food. You get
A can per meal or something.
a can per meal of whatever you want, whether it be sliced potatoes or corn or a can of baked beans.
I'm gonna take those
Would you get
meatball spaghettios that they have.
meatball spaghettios.
Yeah, because I'm not fighting the fucking bear. Are you retarded?
Well, you gotta eat them out of the can. So
You've never done that?
no, I have not. Oh.
I'm sorry for your luck.
Wow,
We were
man.
poor. We had broken microwaves. Get off my dick.
Oh, wow. So you don't want to fight a bear, huh?
Fuck no.
It's only a black
I fought my
bear.
dad once. I'll pass.
It's not a grizzly bear.
I'd have to watch Dwight Schrute tell me how to fight bears. I'd actually, before researching any of it, right?
Well,
I'd
you're
go
already
watch.
big, so all you gotta do is get a little bit bigger and they'll run away.
Yeah, let me just Beast Boy it up, you know?
Beast Boy. Wow, that took me back. Anyway,
Teen Titans, go!
you did not just do.
I did. I'm gonna get hit after the camera goes off.
That
That's
is the
generally
latest
how
thing-
abusive people are. When the cameras aren't rolling, I start getting beat.
Oh yeah. Not in
You want to see
public.
my ribs, man?
Not in public.
Coffee almost made me do a drag in there for a second.
Oh crap. So
I'm
the
eating the cans, yeah. I'm not fighting the bear.
SpaghettiOs.
Meatball spaghettios, yeah.
Meatball SpaghettiOs.
They're lit, fresh out of can. No microwave. I don't need one.
Man, I don't know. I think I'd go like some kind of soup.
I like how we're not even thinking about fighting the bear. We're trying to figure out what kind of food we'd eat.
Well, I don't want to fight a bear personally.
No.
They got big ass claws.
Probably about the size of my hand. I'll put my hand
Probably
up
a
to
little
there.
bit bigger.
I'll put my hand up to this. Wow, your hand's so big. And then we'll know. Like a girl at a fucking bar. Wow, your hand's so big.
You want to see something else, big lady? Anyway.
I'd be lying. Next question. Fuck off! Well, I don't like how you agree with that. You've never seen it. Who the fuck am I, Joe? I'm not walking around hanging it out.
Well, Joe's seen it.
My dick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you guys give side by side blowjobs?
There's a pillow in between. You didn't actually look over the pillow and look at my dick.
It's
We'll tell us. Did we tell that story last week?
I don't think we did.
We'll tell that story different time. No, he didn't look over. I did because Sierra's head four fucking inches above the pillow, so I fucking saw it. Joe's got a fucking tripod leg.
Tripod leg.
Dude, you've seen it.
man.
Drew held it. It's Joe Brady held it. Why are all of our friends holding Joe's dick?
I don't know. Didn't he drop it on somebody's thigh or something? Was that you?
My thigh. And there were shorts on. He had shorts on. I had shorts on, but apparently he wasn't wearing underwear and he was partially hard. And he gave me a motivational speech. We went to Upper Bound, which is a college prep program, and we got to stay at college dorm 6 weeks in the summer, which is the dumbest thing in the world to go to school in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
But I was depressed. Like I was born like that, like Lady Gaga. And he got this close to me. I'm laying on the bed. He got this close to me, right? This close to me. That way the camera can see it. And gave me a motivational speech. And the only thing I can focus on is why there's 7.5 inches on my thigh. Like, that doesn't... It's not his thigh, is it?
Do you remember
That's
when
not
he
his
just,
thigh.
You remember when he would just randomly Snapchat that to us?
Dude, him and Dylan, my cousin, sent dick pics back and forth. It was the most terrifying thing in the world. And Dylan has one baby mama with... I think she's got 2 of his kids now. Maybe one of got. No.
I don't know.
And Joe's in the Marines, just sending dick pics to my cousin. They met over 2K. They've never seen each other in real life.
I had the unfortunateness of meeting your cousin. No, I'm just kidding. Dylan's all right. When
You did meet him.
When he's not Never mind. I'm not
He's
going
not
there.
high off his ass.
Uh,
I'll go there. He's in prison.
that's not where I was going, but
Well, he's not in prison. He's alright too. He's
yeah,
right
there
now.
we go.
No, I did learn that day that Dylan is not packing either. So I guess it runs in the family.
All right. So then my last question I got for you isn't really would you rather. It's if you had to choose one fast food restaurant that you need to eat from once a day for the rest of your life. Which one are you choosing?
Does Wawa count as fast food?
No, Wawa does not count as
Fuck!
fast food.
I guess that's MTO, like Sheets.
It needs to have a drive-through. Otherwise, it don't count.
Chick-fil-A. No, because I'm about hungry on Sundays.
Yeah, I was gonna say you ain't on Sundays.
Better over order. Shit, so it has to be something open every day because I'm fat. Taco Bell would be diarrhea for the rest of my life. Chick-fil-A I would love, but fucking daily.
Think about all the weight you would lose if you just ate Taco Bell because it's just going right out of you.
That is a disgusting way to look at that. McDonald's makes me constipated too much, so that's not happening. Burger King, I worked there, and I'm not going through that again. And then,
I think I'd have to go with, I don't know, man. I was gonna say KFC, but then I'd only eat chicken all the time, and
can't do that to myself.
KFC's good though. Especially if you find one that's partnered with A&W or.
Oh yeah, that's right. Then you can have Taco
Or,
Bell and KFC whenever you
yeah,
leave. If you
Taco
want to switch it
Bell.
up, you still have KFC. You order at the same counter. That's a smart play, actually. I think I'll go with KFC just because that means I can go to the KFC Taco Bell combos.
Yeah, KFC Taco
At
Bell
least
combos.
little options. I could be like, oh, do I want chicken or do I want Mexican?
There's some that's paired with Long John Silver's, and you can find some good stuff there.
I guess that's true. I don't like Long John Silver's, but yeah.
What are we at, man?
I don't. 40 minutes ish.
40-ish.
43. 42 and a half.
42 and a half. Oh,
That's longer than we did last time.
you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I just gotta text my dad. I gotta go to. I gotta go to a house showing. I called it a viewing because that's my real estate agent called it, and Cole got sad for me.
He's like, yo, man, we gotta record the podcast early because I have to go to a viewing. That's what he texted me, and I'm like, oh shit, my bad.
You know what it was?
Sorry, man.
I died on the inside that day.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm
When
sorry.
I go to buy a house and sign a mortgage, I'm gonna die on the inside.
You gonna die on the inside?
No, I am excited to not live with anybody.
With Sasquatch?
With anybody.
You don't.
Because if Joe moves in, he's not moving until his lease is over. So let's say I sign the papers in March. That means I can move in April. I get at least 3 months before somebody else has to be in my fucking house.
Wow.
It's all the fucking thinking.
It's all about thinking.
That actually really hurt my fucking head. I did that way too hard. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the Pepperoni Pals podcast. Link down below. Go check out the TikTok, Instagram, where I post a lot less than I should. I'm bad this week. And
We've only done one episode, so.
I have not touched Twitter. Like, we have a Twitter, but I haven't done anything to it. It's got all the images and stuff, profile picture, whatever. Go check us out down there. While we're at it, check out my YouTube channel. I just hit 770 subscribers, so I'm close to...
T-Fam, T-Squad, T-Fizzle. Anyway.
That's how I used to my intros. Yo, guys, what's going on? It's T-Fish, Tyler.
T-Fam, T-Squad, T...
I hate myself for that. But I'm almost at 800 subscribers, so I'm super stoked about that. But check us out on all socials. Drop a sub if you're on YouTube. Drop a follow if you're on anything else. And
yeah.
Much love, y'all. Stay away from some Hot Pockets and penguins.
Peace.
Peace.